I hope on everything, guys, that y'all's making the right decisions out here. Because life is passing by. We all only have a limited amount of time on this earth. And we don't know when it's going to come to an end. But I'll tell you what. She's passing along. So, what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about this? Decisions. Are we just gonna not leave a legacy? Or are we gonna leave a legacy that's gonna imprint our bloodline coming? Because everybody who makes this happen, what did they do? What did they accomplish? They accomplished breaking the generational curse. They did it. They really did it. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Are we making the right moves? Are we keeping ourselves in line? Are we keeping ourselves healthy? Are we making the right moves financially, business-wise, career-wise, relationship-wise, friends-wise, acquaintances-wise? Do we have the right stuff? Do we have the tools? Or is life just passing by and we are not doing any of those things? We're just friends with whoever. We're just dating whoever. We're just working some 9 to 5, doing whatever. We're just doing whatever. Or are we making power moves? Making the right investments at the right time, having the right people in our lives, talking to the right people, spending time with the right people, loving the right people. Are we doing these things? I've been at a place in my life a long time ago where almost all these things were out of reach. And the only thing that is going to put these things in reach, the only thing that's going to put those things in our lives is from us doing the work and changing ourselves in order to attract those things, because we become who we attract. We attract who we become. That is what we do. So us becoming, us doing the work, is going to put us on the trajectory of life that is meant to be. That is why I did not dick around, bro, in my 20s whatsoever. Maybe as a kid you do, because you're pretty much supposed to as a kid. You're supposed to experience life. You're supposed to try new things, new sports, new hobbies. Those are the pivotal years where you figure out who you are. You just try, you just do things. As an adult, yes, you continue to slowly try things, but it's in a different way, because we're talking about businesses, careers, investments. You must have the right friends, the right partner, build yourself up. There's a big shift being a kid from being an adult. Like, it's a massive change, and we have to know how to navigate that properly, so we don't completely fuck up our lives. Because you can, if you make the wrong moves, if you're around the wrong people, life will just pass you by. Not a damn thing is going to happen for you the way you wanted it to, because you did not attack life. You let a life attack you. You didn't just No matter how you felt, give it your all, get up, get after it. You have a brain, you can think of things, you can do things, you can take action. You didn't do it. You just let life attack you. Oh, this went wrong, that went wrong, da 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 da, and you're just getting hit from every angle. And you're not driving through things. You have to go through life like a hot knife through butter. That is what you have to do. We all have to do it. Do you guys really believe that everything was always perfect in my life? Do you guys actually believe that, or anybody's? Because the answer is no. Being in the trenches is a real thing. Hard times is a real thing. We must go through them. We must not let them crumble us in and hurt us and attack us and beat us down to our knees. We have to attack them. We're being attacked. We have to attack them. That's how you win a fight. If you don't attack when you're in a fight and you're just covering up, you're just going to get beat up. You have to attack when life attacks. That is what you have to do. So, you're either going to do it or you're not. I'm either going to do it or I'm not. And guess what? I did. And I'll continue. I ain't playing defense. I ain't just on the back burner. I'm going to attack. I'm going to be offensive. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay it out there. I'm going to take action. I'm going to be the one that changes my life. Nobody else is going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I'm not going to be that person that just lets life pass me by. Some people, bro, put so much emphasis on family, on having kids, on doing all those things. And I say this because I have friends a long time ago who done this. Now they're overweight. They have kids. They're stressed to the tits. They have big old man titties. And not where they want to be in life. Not making the income they want to make in life. They did things backwards. And if you do things backwards, if you get too far ahead of yourself in life, you will ruin your fucking life. Best believe that. You have to be smart. You have to be sly as a fox. You have to understand how this world works, and you have to move accordingly. That is what you have to do. You do not make it in this world by making stupid decisions. You make it in this world by being intelligent, not letting emotions override or cloud your judgment, thinking logically, doing certain things. And this is even why men's so important. The right men are so important for women, because women have a harder time doing that without being so emotional. Men can do that. Men can lead you in the right directions. Men can lead you in the right place if you're willing to listen. That is also on yourself. So you have to even have the capability to listen to a man and not be so emotional and let that take over. Great men have always led this world, have always led on earth. And that is how this shit goes. So, is life going to pass you by? And you're not going to do the things you have to do? Or are you going to do the things you have to do and use your time wisely while you're still here? Because, bro, I'm telling you now, that is the most unbelievable feeling that you can feel. Just knowing that you did life right. You lived right life. You lived life right. It's an unreal feeling. You know what's a shit feeling? Knowing you lived so many years and you're going to continue to live years you shouldn't because you've given up and you just let life be what it's going to be and you're not attacking anymore. You're just defense. Every little single thing is just tearing you apart. It's because you're not offensive. And you have a clouded mind and judgment. And you literally let life pass you by without having that urge inside of yourself that, you know what, things ain't good. Like, I don't like my life. I don't like myself. I don't like my circumstances. And I think everybody has to reach that point to change. Everybody has to reach that point in order to change. Because if you don't have that type of hunger where it's like do or die, your back is against the wall, you're not going to push yourself to change, because you're going to think, whatever, something else will be better, something else will happen, giving up. It's not going to get you anywhere. You put up a fight for what you want out of life, and you will be guaranteed the victory because you gave God the glory. He will give you the victory. That is what I promise. But I also promise, if you give up, if you shell up, if you're playing defense, if you don't attack life, it will pass you by. People's going to get married and have healthy and happy children and a healthy and happy life, and you're not going to have that. People's going to make the money that you want to make, and you're not going to have that. People's going to have the friends and acquaintances and the family, and you're not going to have that. People's going to have the healthy bodies and the healthy minds and stuff of this nature, and you're not going to have that. Look how much you're losing out on. Life is passing you by, and you're not doing anything about it. You're just accepting defeat, wallowing in it, self-pity. That's not how you change. That's not how you change your life. Time is not stopping for nobody. I'm going to tell you guys something right now. There is a fucking hourglass on all of our lives, and it's turned upside down since the day we're born, and sand is coming out of the bottom. And it's going and it's going and it's going. We don't know how much sand we have left, and it's pouring. We could have a whole hell of a lot. We might have a small amount. And do you guys really want to live a life that just felt like you woke up one day, you blinked, and now you're fucking 70 and you've done nothing memorable? Do you guys want to live a life like that? Or do you want to live a life that involves sacrifice, like Jesus sacrificed himself on the cross, which gives you the victory because you gave God the glory? With no sacrifice comes no great results. With great results comes a sacrifice to some degree. NHL players did not become NHL players because they picked up a hockey stick and put their gear on and they just wanted to be an NHL player. Does not work that fucking easy. And you guys know it does not. Nor being an NBA player, an MLB player, an NFL player, nothing. You want to be an NHL player? You better start playing hockey at a very young age. And you better practice very hard. And it's a dedication of your whole entire life to make it to the top. So you don't make it to the top by just pussyfooting around life and not living life like a true professional. To be the best, you have to put in the time to be the best. That's how you become the best, by putting in the best amount of time. You will be better than everybody else in your field because you put in that kind of time. You're elevating so high. You make the shit look easy. Connor McDavid playing hockey, bro, he makes it look effortless. He makes it look easy. But look at all the work he's done. Look at all the work he's done to get that damn good. You will be compensated for the work that you do in life in every way, shape, and form. Nobody is ruining your progress. Your haters are not ruining your progress. The only one that ruins your own progress is yourself. It's on nobody else. It's not on your parents. It's not on your friends. It's not on your spouse. It's not on your damn dog or your goldfish. It's on yourself. That's who it's on. It's on myself. It's on yourself. Everything is our fault. The way we do everything is our fault. If we're not good enough, our fault. If you want to start something and it fails, your fault. You got to get better so it won't fail. What's the problem? Most of everything is our fault. And there are the odd things that will come around, that will happen, that is out of your control. No, that is not your fault. But a lot of the problems we have in our own lives is our fault. If you didn't make the kind of money you want to make yet, it is your fault. And it's my fault too. If I did not make the kind of money I want to make yet, it is my fault. And guess what? We have to right that wrong. We have to get there. We have to get there through sacrifice and doing the things that we have to do. It is our fault if we want to be really fit, we want to be jacked, we want to be shredded to the nines. If we worked out for many years and we're not there yet, guess whose fault that is? That is our fault. I know dudes, bro, they've been in the gym for well over 5 years now. And the progress that they've made is honestly sad. Sad. I made more progress in a single year than they've made in over 5. They can sit around blaming, oh, you just have better genetics, bro. You just have this, you just have that. Excuses. I just worked harder. I wanted it more. I probably had more talent for it as well. On top of working harder, on top of choosing to work harder, put more time in, and just being better at it overall. But they make an excuse. They have some sort of an excuse to lay out there. When in actuality, you can fix the issue. There's a way you can do it, man. There's a way that you can fix your own issue. So, I think life does not have to be like perfect, but you have to make life, because it'll never be perfect, but you have to make life what you want it to be. If you have certain goals and you're not okay with not reaching those goals, you have to reach those goals. That's what life is about, bro. Like, we're all different too. We all have different tastes. We all have different things. Money is not the most important thing to me, but freedom is. Security is. Health is. And, that's why there's some importance on money, because it does equal freedom to a degree. And that's all there is to it. It's not about the dollar amount. It's just about the freedom. It's about the security. It's about the health that's involved with all of this stuff. The lack of stress in life. A lot of people stressing, bro, because their bank account, they just cannot get it up at all. They got bills every month. They cannot get their bank account up at all. They cannot get ahead at all. That is your fault. You have to hustle. You have to work hard like everybody else did. And you have to fix that issue. That is the thing. We are all our own problems. And there's no excuses. Some people's excuse is, oh, I just don't have it in me, man. I just can't do it. You can do it. You just don't want to do it. It's too hard. It's too difficult. Something's too complicated about it. If you really wanted it that bad, you would do it. You just don't want it that bad. You get tired and you don't want to show up. You get tired and you get lazy and complacent. You're doing things that you shouldn't even be doing, and you know you are. Life is passing you by. No wonder why shit ain't going right. There's people who win, there's people who lose, And if winning is important to you, and when I say winning, I mean winning the life that you want to live. If that's important to you, then you will make that a priority. You will make it happen, bro. You will. But if it's not that big of a priority and you don't really care about your narrative of life and you're just good. You're just good at just barely getting by and being comfortable and all that stuff. That's the lifestyle for you. And there's no right or wrong. You can live however you want. But just tell yourself what you want. That's what's important. Because true misery comes from wanting certain things and not being able to get it. You want it so bad, but you can't get it. That's what's going to sting at the end of the day. So as human beings, we just got to make sure that we know what we want. We go after it with offense and we make that shit happen. Otherwise, life passes you by. It feels like you blink, you're 60 or 70 years old, and there's no more time. So, that is it. I'll see you guys in the next. God willing, God bless. And we'll see y'all at the top.